Howdy, howdy, everybody. David here. This is week number 35 for August 31st through September 6th. Can you believe it? We are in September already. You know, it's just, I'm just in amazement how fast time flies by. It's just crazy. But anyways, we're going to talk about quite a few things this week. But first, instead of doing my weekly grab bag, I actually had someone through the contact me button send me an anonymous question. And this anonymous question was, how did I get into streaming? And, you know, the question, that's a good question. And, you know, it just kind of, honestly, it just really fell into my lap. Because when I first started streaming back in 2013, you know, I had no clue what Twitch was. I had no clue what OBS was. I had no clue that there was, you know, a live chat. I had no clue. We were going to play Dungeons and Dragons, and nobody wanted to DM, of course. So I was the one that stepped up and said, "Okay, I'll DM." I got no problem with it. You know, that was the main concern that I had. The main concern was me not fucking up DMing, even though I do all the time. You know, I'm not a perfect DM at all. You know, I'm not the best. I'm not the worst. You know, that's how I see my DMing. So I know I've been playing since '84, and you know, we'll kind of rewind for my headset and you know my mindset back in 2013. I've been playing since like '84. I took a couple years off playing MMOs. My main concern, like I said, was not fucking up the game. So we were going to play classic Dungeons and Dragons, you know, THACO, all that good stuff. It was great. Had everything set up, had all the players set up, except for one of my friends couldn't commit. And I had to record this game. So I asked my son, how do we go against recording this? How do we go, you know, about recording this? So we use that Fraps program everybody talks about. He says, no, you do it on Twitch. I'm like, okay, cool. That sounds good. I don't have to really download anything. He says, yeah, you got to have one piece of software, OBS. Here it is. He set it up for me. Anytime you want to record it, Dad, you just hit it, and it'll automatically start going. Well, little did my son tell me, he didn't tell me that this streamed live. He didn't tell me that there were people in a chat, you know, and you know, several games in, my son, you know, he came into the room and he goes, "Dad, are you going to answer these people that keep asking you questions?" And I said, "People asking me questions?" I said, all they got to do is ask me. We're in TeamSpeak. And he said, "No, there are people in a chat watching this game." And I said, "What are you talking about?" And then he, you know, he explained it to me, and then I said, "Wow." So I answered those questions. I was shocked. I had no clue. You know, my son just says, "Press this button here." And that's what I did. And then I gave my friend the address to where he could go and watch it. I didn't know Twitch what you know was what Twitch actually was. So, you know, I started answering these people, and then I'm like, wow, I got to watch this chat now. If anybody asks any questions, I got to answer them. I don't want to be rude. So it all just kind of came into what it is now. And, you know, it was a couple games I didn't record. There were some games that, yeah, but I think one of the first couple games you can actually hear my son coming into the room saying, "Hey, Dad, are you going to answer these people?" And I was like, what? What are you talking about? They're in TeamSpeak with us. I was so dumbfounded. I was clueless. You know, and now it's to where it is now. Unbelievable. So, last week, the channel got picked up by Broadband TV as a network sponsorship. I appreciate them for, you know, the opportunity being picked up by them. They're the second biggest YouTube network in the world. I can't believe it. So you'll see some visual changes coming up probably within the next month or so on the channel, and you'll continue to see a lot of content being put out. Especially last week, lots of Fantasy Age content. 4 games were put up last week, so the lack of content is definitely not going to be an issue. So, you know, that's how I got into streaming. And it's just kind of gotten to where it is now. I got a Twitch partnership a year ago. That was huge, and YouTube got partnered with YouTube, but now it's with broadband TV, which is nice. And all this has happened in a year. We just had our first T-shirt drive, sold 40 plus T-shirts to people, plus hoodies, for a total of almost 50 purchases. I mean, it was just crazy. I can't subscribers for the YouTube channel, going on 6,000 subscribers, going on 1 million views on YouTube. I mean, it's just so overwhelming, especially for one person. It is literally a lot of work. I'm the only person that does the Twitch, the videos, the editing, the prepping for the games. It's very time consuming, and I really appreciate everybody's support, from following the channel to subscribing to the channel to watching videos on YouTube. I really appreciate everybody for doing that. I really do. So had a great week last week. 4 games. Played the zombie game on Wednesday. We got that game all caught up. We got it ahead. We had Miss Betty died the week before. She introduced a new character this week, Rose. We also have on Thursday, we did a Dungeon Master workshop. Pretty much there wasn't really anything lesson-wise, workshop-wise. I just basically got on, and I just needed a day just to hang out with everybody. I basically just answered questions for 5 hours. I love doing that, I don't particularly want to stop doing the Dungeon Master workshop, but it's going to have to come to an end, at the end of January. I really particularly don't want to do that, but schedule-wise, it's just going to be mathematically impossible to fit it in anywhere. I will do impromptu stuff like that. Then, Friday we had a great Princes of Apocalypse game. They got back into good faith with the Feathergale Spire. Found out about these Earth cultists, found out that they're in the Sacred Stone Monastery, so they're going to go and blow that shit up this week. You better believe it, because they've had so many RP sessions. They're thirsting for blood. That Mana Core combat that they had, that is nothing. They are going to go in to this Sacred Stone Monastery and literally probably just make this thing explode and just kill everything. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do. Pretty cool. So also on Saturday we had our first Titan's Grave game. It was awesome. All the games are awesome. This is the first time that I can say I'm really happy with all of the games. Even though I've always been happy with the games, I've always been happy, but it seems like the players are really starting to embrace role playing and stuff. And that's what I'm trying to encourage the most of all. You can play any kind of combat game. I don't want to do that. That's not what I want to do. That's what I did when I first started DMing. But I'm like, I just don't want to do this. So it's nice to see everybody on the same page, and people coming out of their shells and being more outspoken and whatnot. I really appreciate all the players that I have. I truly do. So Saturday was our Titan's Grave game. Awesome game. Had a very good first session. Players had a blast. Fantasy Grounds worked great. Everything was great. Sunday we finished up with another zombie apocalypse game. Got them with a great cliffhanger. And hell, this week we've got a lot going on this week. So I'll get into that. Now first off, I want to talk about Extra Life. Extra Life is going to be, I'm going to be doing a 24-hour stream. That's going to be between October 2nd and October 4th. It's going to be associated with Wizards of the Coast. I'm waiting for Greg Bilsland to get back with me by the end of the week. They've been really busy at Wizards of the Coast. They've had all these cons, Gen Con, other cons. They've got packs that, guys, these guys at Wizards of the Coast have been traveling their asses off going to all these places. And, plus, Greg's going to be going out of the country. So by the end of the week, hopefully, I'll hear more with all of the details for that. And I know I've been saying that for the last couple of weeks, but hopefully by next Monday I'll have everything rock solid details for you. I can tell you this: I'm going to have rewards. I'm going to have a ton of giveaways. It's pretty much anybody that donates is going to hopefully get something. Now, also, a lot of people started getting your t-shirts. I appreciate it. I was going to wear one of mine today, but I kind of forgot about it. So if you guys get your t-shirts or any of the giveaways that I've given you in the past, all of the physical books, I don't care if it's from a year ago, can you guys please take a picture of it with yourself, tweet it to me, because I want to put a nice sort of like a collage together on the website for all of the winners. I think that would be pretty cool, and my inner Martha Stewart is screaming for me to do this. So if everybody, Tier won the map pack back at Christmas time, Dex won back at Christmas time, whenever, guys, I don't care if it was back in 2013, email me a picture or tweet me a picture at table_topping, and I'd like to have those pictures, guys, seriously, please. I mean, I've only gotten a few, but if you got t-shirts, books, whatever, I'd really appreciate it. So another thing I want to talk about is the Fantasy Grounds interview. Doug Davis, owner of Fantasy Grounds, CEO, same thing with him, guys. He's been doing all the PAX tours, all the other cons. He's been very busy, and as soon as he's done and ready to do the interview, he's committed to it, and he'll get back to me whenever he's ready to do it. So just waiting for Doug to confirm a date, and we'll go then. So now also there is going to be a new Thursday game. This Thursday game, I've already got players for it. I'm not too sure what game this is going to be yet. It's either going to be a Pathfinder game or a D&D 5 game. I'm sorry, a D&D 4 game, or a D&D 5 game, actually, for that matter. There's some things that I'm working on for a possible sponsorship for that night, and if everything comes through with the sponsorship, I'll let you guys know. It's going to be, like I said, it's either going to be Pathfinder 4th or 5th edition, and that'll probably start sometime at the end of this month. Also, I'm going to have a couple more interviews coming up. I'm going through an agency with Wizards of the Coast. I've been using them for like a year now, ever since the Mike Merles interview. So expect to hear something pretty soon after the con season, all that good stuff. Hopefully we'll have one of the people from Wizards of the Coast, maybe a couple. Haven't got anything confirmed yet, but as soon as I hear something, I'll let you guys know, both here on YouTube and on the Twitch channel. Also, at the end of this month, I will be a guest on Shane Plays radio show. Shane plays a FM radio show out, and I believe it's California. He's invited me to come onto the show towards the end of the month to talk about D&D and all that good stuff. So, first time I've ever been invited to do anything like that. I was really excited. I was really surprised, and I accepted. And once I find out the date, all the addresses, all that good stuff, Shane Plays is always in the channel anyway. So if you guys want to ask him next time you see him, feel free to. Plus, he's pretty active on YouTube also. Now, this goes for this week. Monday and Tuesday, pretty much did a lot of Lord of the Rings Online and Path of Exile. Really like Lord of the Rings Online. It's a fun game. Brings back a lot of good memories that I had with the guild that I was in for many years, which was the reason why I kind of put tabletop gaming on the back burner for almost a decade. So I've gotten back into Lord of the Rings Online, plus playing PoE. Now, Wednesday, which is tomorrow, I'll be doing a very extensive Dungeon Master workshop And that workshop is going to basically entail doing a bunch of Fantasy Age stuff. I'm going to introduce all of the races for Fantasy Age to you. I'm going to show you guys about ability focuses and explain the difference between what an ability check is and an ability focus check is. I'm going to explain what talents are. I'm going to explain what specializations are. And I'm basically going to explain everything about character customization. Character creation in Fantasy Age is very robust. It is a very in-depth system, and I really think that you'll like it. Also on the website today, you'll notice that I uploaded 60 Fantasy Age character sheets. Levels 1 through 20 for the Mage, for the Warrior, and for the Rogue. And I'll have more combinations to come. I'll be doing more specializations and more different variations. Basically, as I have time, I'm going to try to do a couple a week. It's going to be a slow process, and I really enjoy making those Fantasy Age characters. So much like the D&D 5e characters, you're going to be able to download tons of these character sheets. And I've already got 60 up already. So if you guys need them, download them. They're on PDFs. Take them, print them, do whatever you need to do with them, and have fun. Try Fantasy Age. It's awesome. It's a great game, guys. It really is. It's going to be around for a long time. So Thursday is going to be a prep day for me. I'm going to be prepping on Fantasy Grounds probably. I may do another Dungeon Master workshop. So there's some 5e stuff that I also want to go over also. That could possibly be a double dip for DM Workshop this week on Wednesday and Thursday. Friday is going to be Princes of Apocalypse. This is session number 10. Like I said, they found out a lot of information where these Earth Monks are. They're at the Stone Monastery, the Sacred Stone Monastery, and they are going there to kick some butt. They don't like these Earth cultists. They've screwed over Red Larch, and it seems like the frequent flyer club at the Feathergale Spire doesn't like him either. So we'll see if they find out any other information about the Spire themselves. So that's going to be Princes of Apocalypse this Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, session number 10. Saturday, we are going to be playing Titan's Grave. This is our second session. Now, don't forget, on Saturday and Sunday, the games are at 4 p.m. Eastern. They are 4 hours early because this is a part of my new schedule that I'm getting ready for the beginning of the year. So, Titan's Grave, we're going to continue on. The party just helped the Beer Baron just saved his butt basically, and we're heading back to the Roadhouse Inn. Probably going to have a party, and then there's going to be some other things basically unfolded for them to do. So Titan's Grave session number 2, 4 p.m. Saturday, and then Sunday is our finale for the War of the Dead campaign, the Savage Worlds Zombie Apocalypse. It's been a very fun, very fun campaign doing this. We've had a lot of characters come and go. A lot of people die. A couple people die. A couple people lose limbs. It's been very fun. We'll be finishing up that the first chapter, which is basically chapter 1. We'll be finishing up this Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern, and then after this, we won't be done on Sundays. We're going to be continuing with character creation next week for Dungeons and Dragons 5e Out of the Abyss. So we'll be doing Out of the Abyss, the new Drizzt Do'Urden Underdark campaign setting for 5e. The Sunday game has luckily inherited that. I'm really looking forward, of all the campaign settings, I'm really looking forward to the Underdark campaign. I've been wanting to do an Underdark campaign all year, and this is just couldn't be more perfect timing. So, yep, we'll have everybody ready to go. We're going to finish up Zombie Apocalypse this week. Next week, boom, done. Next week, character creation 5e. So, that's it for everything this week, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh, last thing, and I didn't forget this because I want to see who's watching the video. So, if you guys are interested in winning a Steam game or two, please write down in the comments section down below what your favorite tabletop game is. And I want it to read like this. Hey David, my favorite tabletop game of all time is whatever it is. Hey David, my all-time favorite tabletop game is this. If it's not in that format, I'm going to skip over you, and I'll announce the winners next Monday or Tuesday. So there you go, YouTube guys and YouTube gals that don't come into the YouTube channel, well, come into the Twitch channel. You guys are going to start getting giveaways all the time now too. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave a comment below. Also, please, if you haven't, subscribe to the YouTube channel. And also, please leave comments and like the videos. So don't forget, everybody, please, David, put it down there in the comment section down below, guys. You just tell me what your favorite tabletop game is of all time. Hey, David, my favorite tabletop game of all time is blank. I finally spit that out right. So, anyways, congratulations, pre-congratulations to the winners next week. And I'll see you, and I'll announce those winners next week. And I'm not going to say anything in the Twitch channel this week. Usually I tell the Twitch people, but I'm not going to this week because I want to see who's going to come from YouTube and go into the Twitch channel and tell people that there's a giveaway on the YouTube channel. So we'll see. Until next time, see you next week for week 36, September 7th. Bye, everybody.